And we see sometimes if you're floating in the air across Carleton and you were wondering where the Institute of African Studies were, you probably should just still whatever sound is around you and listen to where you're going to have the most lively laughter. And then stop there. That's the institute. And this describes Pius. You know, besides his physical appearance, Pius was a 6-footer. You know, you were not going to miss him in the crowd. In fact, if he stayed here with all of us, you're first going to notice him because he was going to be towering above all of us. So he had a certain distinction of his physical appearance also merging his towering intellectual prowess. Graduated first class and had gone on, you know, to also fulfill his destiny with the kind of reputation that he has earned in the international community. He will definitely be at home with Pius, and because he was very welcoming and he was comfortable in different communities. He was at home, you know, in the public bar in the city as he will be in the most hallowed spaces in Parliament Hill. So I think he manages this kind of very, very electric personality, one that easily blends. We have colleagues that have just joined us, but they're like, they have been sisters and brothers forever. What I most miss about him would be something that appears almost inescapable. Like, that's Pius's office. I can't come to terms with the possibility, or what I say, a truth that doesn't look like the truth, that I am not going to see him again. We greet in a very noisy way, you know, which is to say he's going to be, and Pius is not likely to remember. He's probably just going to climb on top of, you know, with a big embrace. And then, you know, very often we have a more informal kind of space here. We're happy. We don't always insist on appointments some of the time. You know, we have office moments when we are open to students because we're happy supporting students, especially international students. This is so vital about the role that we play. And so just imagine that I can see Pius cross here. That's my office. So he's going to peep in there.
You'll miss his presence.
His presence. His presence, his wisdom, his guidance. Not many people know that Pius is the kind of person that when you are taking as a brother and a friend, he almost has no secret. You know, missing that person that you want to discuss a very tough personal matter with, and that he's happy to share it. Yeah.
Like, he was family more than just a professor for me. He made the institute a home for me and for all the African students here. He always made it feel like you could just hop in for a conversation, and he, like a true African, would always stand up when you walk into the room and offer you a seat, and it always felt like you had arrived, you know, in a neighbor's house. I think it's the one place at the university where I feel like an intellectual first and everything else comes second. I mean, it's just such an enormous loss, and we're all devastated. I can't quite imagine this place without him. And because he was so welcoming, he made it feel like he was always going to be here. That's what's difficult about the loss, is we just always took it for granted that he'd just be in his office and always have time for you. And so it's very difficult to imagine moving forward without that kind of energy.